Alrighty, this is for the Cloverfield Paradox, and this just came out tonight after the Super Bowl, which I'm recording this here at like 6 in the morning because I finally got done with it after getting off work and everything. So I just watched it. I wanted to make this video as fast as I watch it so it's still fresh in my memory. So I guess I'm not going to try to spoil it too much. Or not at all. But first thing I'll say is there's only 2 scenes in this movie that actually link it to any of the other movies, which it hardly doesn't even link it. Just like, oh yeah, that. Okay. But the story is the world is running out of resources, so there's a space station that's trying to create infinite energy with like a fusion reactor thing in outer space, and the point is to make an infinite energy so the world won't be at war. So they keep failing and failing, and it finally works, but then they notice that something's not right, and this mysterious woman appears from the wall, and since that starts happening, things just go all kinds of crazy. And the main character, like, the story is basically like her and the crew, and then on Earth it's her boyfriend, husband, whatever, and like what he's going through, even though it doesn't really talk about, I feel like showing him is really not important at all. He's a doctor. It shows that, it shows him helping someone, and and it cuts back to him every now and then. Just, I guess it's good for the story, but it goes back to the crew, and a lot of this movie, at least from the beginning, you feel like, whoa, I guess this, but then it actually turns out to be something else, what you think, and then immediately is like, oh no, it's what you thought, it's a cliche. So I was like, okay, and I was kind of like, is it really Cloverfield? Or is it just using the name brand again? Like, I liked 10 Cloverfield Lane, but it honestly had nothing to do with Cloverfield. I mean, the aliens at the end, spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen it, but the alien ships invading, that has nothing to do with Cloverfield. When you watch Cloverfield, it's the ocean alien monster things. It has nothing to do with outer space. So, unless I'm wrong about something, I don't know. I'm not like a huge Cloverfield nerd or anything. But yeah, things happen, and God, I really feel like I can't really talk about much without spoiling it. I felt like it's a very cliched science fiction movie. Man, sorry, I'm like, allergies are kicking my ass, but a lot of it, I was like, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And then it almost makes you think like, oh, I was wrong. And then it immediately just goes back to what you thought. So I was like, eh. And there's a part towards the end. The main character, she, someone says something to her, and then she's like, oh, I know exactly what I want to do. And she says the dumbest thing, and she's talking to the captain, and the captain's like, even I think that's kind of a dumb idea. And she's like, you don't understand. You don't know, I know what I'm doing. And I'm just sitting here like, he's literally pointing out what I'm thinking, which is like, you can't be doing that, you dummy. Which, once when you watch the movie, I'm sure you'll be like, why? Like, no one's that stupid. But, whatever. And that's another part, I could see it coming from a mile away. Basically, like, almost a plot device just to keep the movie going. And, the movie almost became like, well, I already know that everyone on this ship is going to die, so let's just figure out how everyone dies. Not that everyone dies, but you just get that feeling like, well, how does this person die? And that person. Oh, okay. And I honestly feel like if it didn't have the Cloverfield name, it wouldn't people would watch it, because it came out on Netflix. People would just watch it and be like, cool science movie. How I felt watching it, How I felt watching it was like the movie Life, but honestly not as good. I'd honestly say go watch Life. Life was, man, with that ending, I was like, oh, Jesus. Oof. I think this movie's bad. It has some cool ideas, and like what happens throughout the movie, I was like, okay, that's a cool concept. But literally, not gonna spoil it. But when they were showing the end, I was like, I can already tell where this ending is gonna go. But I was wondering what. I thought this was a prequel to the first Cloverfield movie, because in the trailers showing the first movie and talking about it, but it has nothing to do with the first. It has nothing to do with any of the movies, except I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna spoil it just because I have to say it. You see the main alien from the first Cloverfield movie, the one that eats the cameraman. You see that, but it's like 100 times bigger. But yeah, you see it, and I was like, okay, it's the same alien, but that's it. I mean, I know. My only guess is that, well, I could have sworn in the first Cloverfield movie, which I can't remember, but I could have sworn they pan over and it shows like a glowing light in the city. And I thought that was like, I don't know. I know I said it was like sea creatures and they got awoken by the satellite hitting the ocean. But I thought there was something about a portal, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the only connection. So just like 10 Cloverfield Lane, I was like, why are they saying Cloverfield? It's like somehow all three movies are connected, but I have no idea how. Maybe it's with what they talk about in the movie. I can kind of think that's what it is. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna spoil that too. Basically, in the movie they traveled between dimensions, different universes, and they appear at a different Earth. So I have a feeling that maybe they somehow ripped another portal open, and the Earth, like our Earth, that's how the aliens came through. Maybe, I don't know, because it's the same alien. So obviously, it had at least the first Cloverfield in this movie. They are connected by that alien, so something's up with that. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to spoil too much, but that's basically it. It's okay. I guess the anticipation of thinking that it was going to connect with the last movie or the first movie is what kept me like really focused. Like, where are the Easter eggs or stuff like that. But yeah, it's only that one connection, so it kind of bothered me. If it didn't have the Cloverfield name, I'd probably still enjoy it. It's, a fun sci-fi movie, but nothing really like new or like, whoa, mind-blowing. But yeah, overall, it's okay. I guess recommend watching it if you like sci-fi movies and stuff like that. But that's just my opinion. So check it out if you want. It's on Netflix right now. So thanks for watching.